Hi folks, Doug here, Ellis Car Customs. Insert witty intro here. We're still plugging away in our own private hell here, but we're getting closer. I got my welding gas, so that's good news. I always like to take a minute to thank everyone for their support, and thank you for all your comments. Sometimes I get a little behind on answering them, but I'm catching up. About the time I catch up, I get behind again. But I feel it's really, at least to me, it's really important to answer all the comments, you know, to let everyone know that even if I just say thanks or whatever, I read every single comment. I know a lot of the big channels, they probably get too many comments to do that. And so, you know, they might respond to a random comment. But I want to know, I want you all to know how much I appreciate you following the channel, and how much I value your input. Because everything, you know, all the suggestions you give me are only going to help make the show a little bit better and a little more interesting to watch. So yeah, thank you all for that. Let me show you what I'm up to. Like I say, I got my gas, so I was able to finish welding where I had to section the gate a little bit, so that's all ready to go. And I boarded off the first coat of filler, and now I'm just kind of going over the low spots. This is the smoothing coat. And another thing I've started to do was get these old latches off. Basically, a trick I like to use is weld a bolt onto the screw you can't get out, because of course they used Phillips headed screws. You can't really get a hold of them, you know, and they're countersunk in there. But if you draw a bead of weld on there between the heat of the welding, and then weld a bolt to that bead you put on there, the heat and the bolt helps you get those suckers out. Of course, the first one snapped off, so I'll have to drill that out. But yeah, that's kind of a trick I use, a lot of people use, to get stuck bolts or screws out or whatever. If you can, you know, weld it a little bit, something you can get a hold of, and between that and the heat of the welding, it tends to free them up. If they're going to come, they'll come. But I'll get back to work, and we'll see what we get done today. So there, we burned them all out of there. And we got our got them out of the holes there, which is a major battle, I guess. So we'll be able to finish up these corners now that those things are out of the way. Like I say, the rods are good. I'll bet you these little tiny microscopic things are literally made out of pure unobtainium. I don't know if when you get new hinges, if they'll give you these pieces, but they're what holds the rod into the hole there for the handle to work them. So I got to make sure these things don't come up missing, because they have another one at this end. It's designed a little bit different, but it holds that hook in there. But yeah, we don't want to lose them little buggers, just in case they don't give you new ones when they sell you the hinges for an ungodly amount of money. But yep, I'll get to work on them corners now that those things are out of the way, and we'll see how far we can get. Well, we're working hot and heavy on this gate, but I thought I'd take a little intermission here, because I've had people ask before about different things or make suggestions. Ooh, is this bright? This is the winter wonderland that I live in. Hopefully you live somewhere warmer. But that's the shop I work out of, in case you've never seen the outside of it. Hopefully in the spring I'll be able to do a walk around on that vehicle. That's a 1978 Ford Bronco that I restored a couple years ago, but didn't have room for it in the shop, so she's sleeping out here under a tarp. It was the best I could do. I didn't have any more room. But that house off in the distance is where I live. That's I built that house myself, and we call that home anyway. But yeah, let me back up here. This is the shop I built, and I walk out through here to the winter wonderland. The original building I started with, where my 56 and 57 are living, is that old red garage. I just, over the years, kept adding on to it as I needed more room. But I built this addition first, and then the one I'm building the Nomad in a year later. And I built this one here with a 12-foot ceiling because on my wish list is a 2-post lift. So if I could get people like Dan at DD Speed Shop's people to say, hey, this guy needs a lift, because he was really happy to get that free lift. I would be too. But yeah, that's why we get so much work done in the winter time, because what are you going to do out here? I don't ski, I don't snowboard, I don't ride snowmobiles, but up over that ridge I have a yard full of old cars that I keep hidden out of sight over the ridge. But we've all seen the 56 that I robbed some parts off of. But there's the hood for the 57 Nomad leaning up there. That needs some work. But I just thought you get a kick out of seeing just what conditions I'm working in here. But I'm going to go back to work now. So there, I've got this side pretty much closed up. I just got to finish seam welding it, but all the metal's in place. And I did this side here and put a little coat of tiger hair on there to get it smartened up there. I left these openings here. Those are for the retractor cables, and I'm not going to go with those right away, but I'll have that relief in there. If in the future I want to go with the retractors there, I'll be able to put that piece in there. But I figured I'd show you I got a little more done. And next thing will be to pull the tailgate off so I can wrap up those bottom corners. And that should be all the welding, except for I've got to do this little piece right here. I just got to finish that channel, but we'll get her knocked out. Well, there we stuck it up there one last time, just to make sure the work we did closing up the tops didn't hurt us any. So we're good there. We're not rubbing or anything like that, so that's good news. Also, I ordered up the hinges for the door there, so they should be in about a week or so. So it'd be nice to be able to see the thing latch and know that it's going to work. So now I'm just going to take this thing off and close up them bottom corners, and then do a little beautification on it. and we'll be ready for our latches so we can make sure the thing works. And I gotta order up a rubber for the window over there, and once I've got that, I can pretty much wrap up the tailgate stuff as long as they close together, and move on to something else. I'm sure I'll find something to do. So we've got the bottoms closed in there, and putting a coat of the tiger hair on all the welds so we can rough it out. And same thing on both sides. I was able to rob a piece of that channel from the old Nomad gate to finish that channel there. So we've got that worked out. But that's where we're at. So anyway, yet another gate episode. One of the things I want to do at this time is I see I made that magic 1,500 subscribers, and that's thanks to you guys. I appreciate it greatly. You have no idea. And I want to reiterate, you know, that when I was talking in the last video about how YouTube pays and stuff, that $300 wasn't a lot. Well, you know, $300 is $300 I didn't have. I didn't want to make it seem like I don't appreciate it, because I do. I was just trying to say, you know, some people might think that you can make thousands, you know, a month on this thing, and you can't unless you're a big channel. And even the big channels, I don't know what they make. But with that said, I just can't in good conscience submit you to more gate content. I probably got 2 or 3 more days of working on this thing, so my channel will probably go dark for a few days while I finish up this gate and figure out what my next move is. But I don't want you to think I went away or anything. I just can't in good conscience make you watch more gate content. But I'm not done, and I really want to finish it before I move on. So if you don't see me for a few days, that's why. But like, comment, subscribe, all those great things if you want to, and visit the Facebook page if you want to, you know, post a picture of your ride or communicate with people. And I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. Till then, take care. See ya.